Okay.
Wait, now we're recording. Perfect. Hello, everyone. Give me one more second here. All right, we're good to go. I suddenly lost my vision's gone very blurry, and it's not that I'm losing my eyesight. It's my contact lenses. Sometimes when the energy is really intense, it changes the shape of my eyes, which no longer fits my contacts, and then I go into this blurry zone. So it's already starting. The energy's already flowing. If anyone can feel it. Wow. I think we're in for a nice doozy today. I got a lot of comments that last week's was really like powerful. And there's a lot of changes happening, a lot of great changes happening. The new dates have been put up. They may not be put up in the email, but they're on my website under free calls. And I think we're going right to August 8th. I believe we have one next Tuesday, and then there'll be a break, and then we go back to July 11th. And then we'll do three in a row, then take a break, and then go to August 8th. So we do 3 times a month. You're always welcome to watch the replays. The replays are just as powerful. There's many times that I watch replays on things and the energy works again. It's and over and over. There's no limits to this quantum healing that we're doing. So today is Tuesday. It's 9 o'clock, and this will go until 10 p.m., sometimes slightly over. I have a question that came in, and it was actually a good question. And I'm not sure if the person who asked it is online right now, but I'll just go through it anyway because I think it's kind of a neat question. I think the person is online. Okay, so the question was, what modality do you use in this session? And it's interesting because there's lots of modalities out there, probably more modalities out there than ever before because of the changing energies, the acceleration, the opening of people's hearts, people looking for what resonates with them. So that was actually a pretty, not a tricky question, but a kind of, but all of a sudden I had this whole thing go on and this whole spiel. So think of a modality as a pen. So here I got this pen, one modality, you got this pen, you got that pen, and you got that pen. And I give this pen to someone else to write with. We all write differently, right? Because we're all different. So my personality comes out in my writing. My messy handwriting is my own messy handwriting. Everyone has their own unique energy with any modality that you're doing. So in the case of the sessions tonight, when I'm working with groups of people, I cannot use beam therapy. I can't use beam therapy because beam therapy is a one-on-one session because we're working directly with your spiritual DNA. It's pretty intense, deep work. So it's not beam therapy. It's not unity field healing because unity field healing also works with somebody's spiritual DNA. It has to be a one-on-one session. Now, if I were to give these pens to these modalities to someone else, a beam therapy and unity field healing, another practitioner who does energy work is not going to give the same session as me, and I'm not going to give the same session as that person because although the modality is a process we follow, the energies, the beings of light, the personality behind the healing is different because the practitioners are bringing in a unique set of gifts, and everyone has their own unique set of gifts. So it's pretty neat. You can try unity field healing from different practitioners and get a totally different feel, although the modality itself, unity field, okay, beam therapy, let's say beam therapy is this hand, beam therapy is the same process. It feels differently depending on the practitioner. Again, unity field healing, same modality, different for every practitioner. So what modality do I use tonight? I would say it is a mixture, collection of different things that come to me every night slightly different. Different beings of light come in the way I sense it. Now, may not be the exact thing, and everyone senses things differently. Sometimes there's beings of light that I would say, or an energy that comes through that I've never felt before. And sometimes the energy is so loving and so intense that I have tears in my eyes during it because it's such an intensity. Sometimes it is, I would say these calls, the neat thing with these calls is they can work on many, many people at once. I would say millions at once. Right. So Reiki energy is one of those modalities that can work one-on-one. It can work with many different individuals. And the way it works is the energy knows exactly what everyone needs, and you're working in silos. So, or octahedrons of light, whatever you want, but your own protection, you're in your protective bubbles, and you're getting your own healing. It's your higher self or your spirit guides are working with these beings of light at this, like that. So, you're getting your own thing, although we're doing it all together. In these healings, and you'll probably notice group healings can be pretty intense in different ways from individual sessions. So in individual sessions, we're really working with your spiritual DNA. We're going through the traumas above this or that, all those multidimensional aspects of us. When we're dealing with Reiki energy, it's very intense as well. So I would say it's Reiki energy plus a lot of other stuff. And it's really working on each individual. And we are able then to bring in everyone's energy. And then when we do that and we send this light to the world, when we get to that point, what we're doing is getting a collections of everyone's love and sending it out. And that's why I imagine this beautiful wave of energy that's going over Mother Earth and just expanding beyond that to the universe. And then that energy just keeps being sent out. So the reason I love the group healing is because not only are we receiving, we are sending out, and whatever you bless blesses you back. So if you can imagine, if we're all coming together to set the intention to send love to this planet, to send planetary healing to all of humanity, well, that just that thought, that intention is then coming back to us. So today I was really tired. I've had a busy last few days, and it's because the days are beautiful and I'm out and about doing tons of work. So physically I'm tired, mentally I'm exhausted. But today I just went out and just replenished because Mother Earth just gives us so much energy back. So when we're doing good on the planet, you get a lot of support from the universe to, give you that extra boost you need to do what you need to do your next thing. So just get into that receiving mode is one of the most important things you want to do tonight. And then a lot of people say, well, how do I get into the receiving mode? What do I do? And there's a lot of us, and I was one of them, that can give, but it's so hard to accept and receive. But what we're doing with these is we're chipping away at the resistance, the lack, the self-doubt, I don't deserve, chipping that away so you can allow, you do deserve, you are worthy. So saying affirmations out loud in this new energy is very important. As we say affirmations out loud, you're sending it out to the universe. Then you're hearing it with your physical ears. So your mind is hearing it. It's kind of melding or kind of connecting your mental mind with your spirit or your soul. Is all connecting. So back in the day, you could say affirmations in your head all day long. Now I would suggest go outside if you can, or in your house alone, and just, I am healthy, I am strong, I am beautiful, I am kind, I am going back to unity. I say yes to the ascension process. That is a very powerful affirmation. I say yes to the ascension process. What that is doing, it is letting the universe know that you, by your own free will, is saying yes to this process, yes to coming back to unity. We as humanity have been separated. We've been separated for a reason. We were born into the aspect of separation. That's what humans were doing on Earth. This is what we were born into. And this new energy, a lot of us are having these open hearts, and it's, a lot of it is I guess over, or I'm going to say past lives, over our stuff, we've been working towards going back to unity. And some of us are waking up in this lifetime, and some of us won't wake up in this lifetime. But when you have a wake up and you're starting to really find out who you are, you want to dig in more, you want to heal. Well, that is such an exciting time, because that's when you want to lick the help of the beings of light. And by saying, I say yes to the ascension process, I say yes to unity, I am free from this, separation crap that we were brought into. I'm done with it. I've done enough lifetimes. I want to come back home. Well, you just are like surrounded by beings of light that are going to take you on your next step, your next learning experience, to bring you back to unity. It's not like an overnight thing. It's a gradual process of learning discernment, learning self-love, learning lessons, letting go of the dense energies, letting go of the traumas, the experiences, the limiting beliefs, and replacing them with oneness, with love, with understanding, with compassion, with tolerance and patience, and really being balanced in the mind brings you into a state of balance. And that just makes you feel a lot more harmonious and love and compassionate for you and everyone else you meet. And it's quite beautiful to even see the changes in some clients and myself over the time, where I can just look at everything and say, oh my gosh, look what happened to me. What a blessing that happened to me. Yeah, I don't want to repeat it. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I want to go repeat the crap that happened to me. But I look back at it and say, wow, that was such a blessing. Look at the learning lessons I had. Look at the contract I made with that person before I came. And we were going to play this person and that person to learn this lesson. So sometimes the most irritating people, the people who trigger us, the people who are mean to us, the people who hurt us, are our best teachers in the broader perspective. While you're in the drama, when you're in the crap, yeah, it doesn't feel like any lesson. It feels like it just sucks, right? But afterwards, when you kind of step and learn that lesson, and you move up in vibrational frequency, you're moving up in awareness, you're moving up in that kind of that different aspect where you have more love, more compassion, you can look at those situations afterwards. There are many of us that talk about our past and then we'll cry about it. What's happening is, when you're talking about a past event, you are being triggered by that emotion that happened. And there's probably aspects of you, if you had a big trauma, that are replaying that trauma. So when we talk about it or think about it, we lower to that vibration. It brings us back to that time. Although there's no such thing as time, but in a linear fashion, it brings us back to that time. So when we really start to take the energy out of it and actually heal the event, you can then talk about that event, and there's no emotion because it's been healed, it's been matured, it's been kind of reunified, and you can talk about like it happened to a third person. So when you can talk about something that happened in your past without any emotion, not numbing, that's different. And this can be confusing, because people who are so numb or so lost in, I guess, their crap, they have no emotion. They don't know how to cry anymore. They don't have no anger. They're just so numb. I was there. And so that's why I know there's a difference between being numb to things because you have so much trauma, you just don't even know anything anymore. Or then there's a thing of when you know and it still hurts. And then there's being on the other side of it, where you've released all the trauma, it's gone. And I'm talking about the event and there's no emotional triggers. That's kind of the end state you want to get to. And it's a work in progress, right? So we're healing past lives, we're healing this lifetime, we're healing parallel lives, future lives. So we're pretty complicated. And then there's the karmic aspect and the other interference. And then there's the belief systems that we have from our well-meaning parents, our society, our schools, or this and that. The media, we're being bombarded from so many different things that are all running in the subconscious mind. And when you start to pull away that stuff, you start to really get back to who you truly are. And a lot of people, as they're going through this process, will be like, there's something happening, but I don't even know what it is. Well, what it is you're starting to feel that authentic self, that God part of you. And we're all part of God. It's that going back to who we truly are and what we deserve. And we all deserve a beautiful birthright of love, joy, all that good stuff. Now, our natural state is peace. But then you have angry people, you got sad people, you got depressed people. Why is that? Those are all the combinations of stuff that we are given, karma, overlays, all these things, so we can experience this beautiful duality. Because how do you know love when you didn't know the opposite of love? How do you know happiness when you didn't know sadness? So there's that duality. Now, do we have to play in duality forever? Not anymore. So then someone asked me, well, how do you, if the duality is gone and darkness leaves this planet, and this is, going a few generations in the future here, how are we going to learn? Well, can you imagine love and then more love? So we take away the darkness from it, and then you still have contrast between love and more love. So it's a kind of a really nice, I'm not going to say end state, but it's a state we're getting into, that new earth that we're shifting into, whether we know it or don't know it, like it or don't like it. It's a energy that is propelling us forward. There are a lot of people that are going through the process and don't like it. We all have times where we don't like it, where we have to learn a lesson that like breaks our heart, makes us feel crappy. We just want to cry. We just want to die. We've all been there, I think. Or you're so depressed you don't even feel anything. But when you come out of it, when you hit that rock bottom, where's the only place to go? It's up. So that's the beauty of it. So when someone goes, oh, you hit rock bottom, I said, congratulations. Because now the only place to go up is up. And then it is an incremental climbing up. Now, you don't have to hit rock bottom to change your life and head to a better place. But for some of us, it takes a sickness, or it takes a death of someone, or it takes something really bad to happen for them to say, oh my gosh, my life is that bad. I need to wake up and make it better. And then you just make it better, one step at a time, one decision at a time. But whenever you make a decision, when you're not in the best state, you want to make a decision that is best for you. You really want to start creating a better future for yourself. So sometimes, even me, I sometimes come to a decision I have to make, and I don't even know what's right still. I'm still learning. I'm a lot better now. Because before I'd always make the wrong decision because Brenda's not worthy to make that decision. Everyone else can have it, but not Brenda. So I'll just go this way instead of the right way. So sometimes I get tricky ones where I'm still learning, and I'll say, if this was my child, and my child came to me asking me this question, well, I love my child, and that child deserves everything. So what decision would I make for my child? Definitely not the bad one, the good one. So why wouldn't I make that for me? And that's why sometimes I have to sit back, look at a decision and say, okay, if this was my child asking, what would be the right decision in the best interest of keeping them safe and happy? And then I'm like, oh, it's this decision. Wow, what a difference. Because if it was doing it for myself, I would have went the opposite way. So that's one way you can see if a decision is good. It doesn't have to be your child. It could be someone else you love. And just, we want to add you in the love. We want to make you important. So you may have to transpose somebody's decisions on yourself, because a lot of us have that lack of self-love and can't make those decisions. And that also has to do with the duality within us. So there's the light and the dark, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. We are human. And I read somewhere that there's an intelligence within us that wants to kill us. Now, can anyone relate to that? There's an intelligence within us that wants to kill us. I'm going to put up my hand and say, I totally relate to that. That was like my entire life. I always had this pull to be a kind, loving person. I felt loved. And there was a part of me that would just lead me into danger and say I was unworthy. So that part of me would have hoped that I would have left the planet because I wouldn't be here holding the light for as many people as I do. I wouldn't be holding the light for the planet. So the part, that duality of us doesn't want us to shine our light. It wants us to fail, succeed, think we're horrible, leave the planet, because when we leave in a bad state, we're adding energy to, say, the dark side, the darker part of this planet. Whereas if we overcome it and we work on ourselves and we release the darkness and bring in more light, more self-esteem, more love, better relationships, more finances, better health, and we really start to change and excel, well, our light quotient is moving up and up and up. Well, that light that you're holding, that light that we're sending out today is so powerful, it just dissolves the darkness. So the darkness doesn't want you to shine your light. Of course, it just makes sense. If you shine your light, it affects its replication of itself. And that's all dark energy is. It's just a removal. It's separated. It lost its way. And all it knows is to replicate, replicate, replicate. So if you're in the way of replicating anger, frustration, fear, worry, it's going to try to stop you because it doesn't want your light, because it dissolves it away. When you are in your light, when you are high vibrating, someone in very high alignment, in compassion, can dissolve the darkness of, it used to be 750,000 people. I bet if they were to do a metric now, it'd be over 1 million, because the light is so strong. And these people who measure this, there's scientists out there that can measure energy. I know it sounds bizarre, but I took part in a worldwide meditation where I can't remember what group was doing it, but they were actually measuring, when we all meditated together, the change of consciousness, the light, the energy of the actually went up. So the more of us, and we're a beautiful group of people sending out love, that group is coming together, and it adds so much power to the light that we're going to send out, that we are making a positive change on this planet. We don't have to do it in a group. We can do it individually, take 10 minutes every day and just get into, and how do you spend peace to that? What's the most potent way to do it? Is, yes, you can say, may there be peace on earth, may there be peace. That's beautiful as well. But if you really want to feel it, get into that state of appreciation, that excited state, and just imagine your lights coming out of your hands. Say, I am sending out this beautiful light to this planet for love and peace and what all the other good stuff. And you can say whatever comes to you. And you can feel that energy just flowing through, and you're sending out the intention of love, intention of peace. That is so powerful. If you did that every day for 10 minutes, you're adding this acceleration to this ascension process we're in. The ascension process can be, we're already in it. When are we really going to see a big shift? I think it's about 7 years, but I believe we're already seeing it. But the thing is, you have to look closely to see it. So you look at the little things in life that are really neat, that you're noticing, like if you look at the global picture, yeah, it looks like crazy chaos everywhere. All that is the dark energy is coming up to the surface to show itself. It's very uncomfortable. It's icky feeling. It's gross. But then maybe don't watch the news. I'm not saying don't watch the news. I'm not a news watcher, because they tend to show us the scary stuff, which are going to bring my vibration low. But instead, I go to YouTube and I put on animals that love each other. And you see a picture of a deer and a cat and a dog cuddling each other. Like, that's so cute. You see this and that. You see good things. There's so much love. You see 3-year-olds talking with so much wisdom. You see a lot of great things out there that are not on mainstream. Mainstream news is just gonna put crap in your field and negative energies, oh, the world is falling apart. No, the world is not falling apart. It is fixing itself. So we have this beautiful earth to live in and thrive in and live with compassion and happiness and joy and non-competition. So when fear strikes, and it can strike anybody for any reason, whether it's your health, your finances, what you're seeing on TV, take a deep breath, reconnect to that God within you. And you can ask either God, the angels, the light, the universe, it doesn't matter. They don't care about the name. You're tapping into this universal intelligence that loves you so much, and say, I'm feeling worried right now. I saw these images and they really bother me. Please come in and dissolve them and replace them with love. And you do that, you will feel a calmness come over you. Now, it may be that the calmness only lasts for 10 minutes because you're somewhere and they're playing the news in a hair salon, you're seeing something else, so now your zen's gone. You may have to ask again. But just ask every time it comes up, because being in a state of awareness is so powerful. Because what you're doing, that state of awareness, is watching every thought. So if you're seeing something negative, if you catch that negative thought in 16 seconds, you're good. Because if you let that negative thought come in 16 seconds, it's going to call in a friend and call in a friend and call in a friend. All of a sudden, your mood's going to go down, 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 down. And you're going to be in a lower vibration. When you're in a lower vibration, you're going to attract more crap and you're going to feel worse. And then people go into a depression. That's what happened to me. I'd be up here, and then what happens is, oh, Brenda's feeling great. All the dark comes, and I'm going down, 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 down. Well, now I have the tools to say, hey, one negative thought, you're gone. Your negative thought, you're gone, you're gone. Because I want to stay up here, because when I'm up here, this is where I'm the most powerful. I can hold the light for others. I can hold the light for me. I'm not going to get sick because my vibration is high. So no lower energies are going to come into my field. So I'm going to stay healthier in my mind, healthier in my physical body, healthier in my mental state. And then I'm going to be able to figure out, okay, there's a negative thought. Let's stop it. When you're feeling great, sometimes a loved one's going to come in at you and go at you. That is the darkness within them wanting to piss you off because you're too happy. Do they mean to do it? No. A lot of people live unconsciously. They're being bombarded by interference. They say things and like, I don't know why I said it, or I don't remember saying that. And I think it's true. They just don't remember because the darkness was attacking you through them. And when we are hurt by the people we love, it hurts even more. So it causes us to go down, down, down. So look at this, like sometimes I look at it as like a video game. Who am I going to meet today? What am I going to learn? How am I going to react? But I've done this a very long time. So I played with the energy. I played with my words. I played with my mental thoughts. I played on manifesting. Yeah, negative thoughts bring negative things. Positive thoughts bring positive things. You know, like attracts like, negative attracts negative. So here we are sending out all this beautiful positive energy today. So what are you going to attract? Positive energy back. So I think we should start on the positive energy. Does anyone have any questions? Richard said it was very dizzy. Oh, he was dizzy. Were you dizzy all night, Richard? Or was it just afterwards? Because the energy was very intense. I was dizzy, but I kind of went outside and I came back to normal. And then if you are feeling dizzy after a session like today, there are ways to ground yourself. Stomping your feet on Mother Earth, drinking lots of water, eating sometimes brings you back. Women, and this is a generality, but women tend to get more dizzy, more flighty than others. Men are naturally more grounded. Okay, so just after, but then drank water and felt better. Okay, good. I'm assuming you felt better. So that's good. That's good. So sometimes we can feel dizzy while the energy's doing its work on us all night long. If I feel like I'm at a touch. So lately, I've been going through some type of upgrade, which I do often, so it's not a big deal, but they are uncomfortable. we have this thing called the 24th chromosome, and we all came in with this 24th chromosome. It's invisible, doctors can't see it, but it's there. And it was there just in case we went into the ascension process, because if you're born before 2012, we didn't know for sure. So a lot of people on the call, I think, were born before 2012. And and with that, you have this spiritual chromosome, the 24th, which is being activated. Now, sometimes it gets activated without doing anything. Sometimes it gets activated with affirmations and the work you're doing. And when you go through these activations, you go through these upgrades, you can feel depressed. You feel tired, sluggish, you can't concentrate, dizzy, hungry, thirsty. It's a mixed bag. So sometimes I just feel like I can't do anything. I just want to stare at a tree as they're working on me. And it's not just a day thing, it's like a week thing. And all of a sudden you just kind of gradually come back and you're being, how shall I say it? You're productive and you're in the flow and you're like, oh, I always want to be in this productive state. Then you go through another change or upgrade and you're going through all this icky feeling again. But when you go through those feelings, you're not alone. Just always connect to the love of God within you. Ask for support. If you're ever really feeling down, you can always reach out for a quick pep talk. I have no problems doing that for people who are in bad places. Sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming for sure. Okay, so we're going to get to the fun part. The energy is already flowing, and what is going to happen? We are going to get comfortable. We are going to either sit down, lay down, eyes open, eyes closed. You may want water beside you. This energy that is coming through, it's already starting. So even if I'm talking, it's starting. It is going to work on each and every one of you. Your higher self is always in control of a healing. We cannot force a healing. All I'm here for is support. That's it. We bring in the energy. The energy is going to do what you are ready to release, ready to gain today. So it can work at a physical level, emotional level, mental level. We can work on all of them. So sometimes the simplest thing is just to say, I am ready to receive the love, and I'm ready to let go and heal whatever's ready at this time that I may not even understand, because a lot of it we just don't understand. For those of you who have been bubbling up with emotions, can feel it. There's some people who are sensitive to their feelings, sensitive to their body, sensitive to their different aspects of themselves. We can make special intentions and say, hey, I'm ready for this healing, for this and so much more. So you may want to bring in what your underlying issue is. You don't have to. Now we get to a point of this where we then send love to anybody that you wish to include. So let's just say I had a friend who wasn't feeling well. I don't want to list all the person's problems, because all I'm doing is magnifying the problems by giving it energy. But what I will do is say, wouldn't it be nice if this energy could just bathe so and so they'll get the benefit that they can today? It's for their highest best, and just let it be. So you can send it to your kids, any friends overseas. There's no limit to where this energy can go. To pets, even it can go to, I believe, the other side of the veil. So if you had someone who recently passed away and you want to send them some extra love, you can do that. I generally, when I'm going through this, I'm talking with my guides, and I will ask them to send this energy to all the beings of light that are helping us through it. And why not? I mean, they're helping us. Why not send them the love back, right? So it's this win-win for everyone. There's love, love, love everywhere. And if anyone was in a bad mood and walks in the room while we're doing this, they're going to get irritated. And actually, somebody actually mentioned that sometimes when family members come into the room and they're hearing the words, feeling the energy, they just get really irritated and want to stomp away or to get out of the room. And all that is their resistance is getting like triggered by the energy, and they just want to run because they might not be ready, and that's okay. We never push this energy anywhere. We just make it available. Then it's going to go to your pets, and we do a clearing of your homes, and then we send this beautiful wave of light to Mother Earth and all its occupants. and the seas and the forests, all humans. And if you want, you can even think to all the darkest places on planet Earth, because there is nothing that is outside of God. If we leave anyone or anything outside of God, we're leaving out everything. So we are all one. We're all one. That's it. The one. We all share the field. We are all God. We're all coming from the same God source. Mother Earth has created each and every one of us. It is her earth that has created our bodies. Like, it's just phenomenal how we're all so interconnected. We're all so connected, yet we all think we're different and so separate. So that's just an old way of thinking. So as we come back to unity, you'll just see how everything just intertwines, and have respect, compassion, tolerance, and patience for yourself and everything that you come into contact with. All right, music's going on. And don't worry, it's not cutting short. They've been working on you all this time. So just relaxing. I will put on the music now. Give me 1 second here. Okay, beautiful. And I end up talking, so I just go with the flow here. And I drink some water. We want the love to just weave through all of your essence. It's like a weaving. So some of you might feel those waves coming in and out. Some of you might not feel anything. A lot of people are reporting feeling numb, lifting out. It's almost like there's a part of us, like our etheric body, that goes to a different place to get worked on. Although they're working on those levels, we feel it physically. Some of us can feel like hands are on top of us. Some of us just feel tingling. Some of us feel warmth. There is no right or wrong. You're being worked on regardless if you feel it or you don't feel it. So let's allow a deep breath. And I want this breath to be so deep that your belly expands, but I want it to be at your rate that you're comfortable with. When you're ready, exhale. So some of you might be yawning during this, and that's processing of energy. It's nothing bad. Just yawn if you need to yawn. Sometimes you might feel tears in your eyes. It's not necessarily crying. It's just releasing of energy. Some of you might start feeling a little bit of dizziness, and the dizziness is coming in pretty strong right now. So just allow the love, these beings, this love of God, as it's increasing right now, to do what it needs to do at this point. Allowing deep breaths, getting relaxed. And if you need to move and get comfortable, by all means do so. Now there might be some emotions starting to bubble up. There might be some physical pain that's getting worse, not better. It's just kind of showing you what areas that might be working on or things are releasing from. Just breathe into any areas of your body that are tense or sore. Imagine this beautiful light just coming in and doing what it does, which is healing at any level needed for you at this time. So I didn't do a sound check. I'm assuming it sounds okay, but if you're having a hard time hearing me, please just let me know. Right now, each and every one of us is getting worked on at our own pace, all being led by our higher selves, because your soul really knows where you're supposed to be at this time. and where you are is perfect and evolving. So learning tolerance and patience for where you're at is so important, to accept where you're at, surrender to it, and know that every day you're getting better and better and better. Although you might not feel that physically, there's magic or beautiful things happening in your field that are going to trickle down to your mental state or your emotional state or your physical state. Learning lessons in pain or suffering is not as bad as we think. Because when we come out to it from the other side of it, we have that contrast and say, wow, I remember feeling so bad, but I worked on myself. I stayed positive. I allowed the love to come through. I surrendered. And now I'm on the other side of it. And I can lead by example. Our sicknesses do not define us. Our history does not define us. Our ancestral lines do not define us. Our karmic loops do not define us. They can give us information, absolutely, but they don't define who we are. We create who we are. So using those positive affirmations. Right now, we're all getting this beautiful healing. So you might want to say, I say yes to the healing. I surrender and I give permission for this healing to go as deep as needed tonight. And then breathing that in and anchoring that intention right in your heart, knowing that you are worthy and you deserve this healing. I want you to feel that, knowing that you deserve the healing right in the core of your cells, right in the pit of your stomach. You are knowing it. Know, trust, and believe, I deserve this. I am ready. And as this healing is continuing, they're getting rid of any post-traumatic stress. They're cleansing away any negative energies from your auric field and your biofield, your chakras, your meridian systems. There's a lot of work being done here today. We don't have to understand it. We're just going to be in an allowance state and let the work be done. And as this work is being done, it's going to continue throughout the entire meditation. It's going to continue throughout the next few days. You're going to drink lots of water. You're going to keep saying, yes, we allow. And right now we're going to add another healing, another layer of healing to anyone in our homes, our pets, our family, our friends. We're asking for a healing of our home to bring in positive energy and replacing any dense energies. And at this point, as this is happening, we want to send any special intentions, if you haven't already, to anyone you might be concerned about. And as you see that person, imagine that they're in this beautiful bubble of light, getting whatever they need at this time. You can physically, in your mind or physically with your hands, put them in bubbles. It can be more than one person. It could be a pet. It could be someone who passed. The beautiful thing of this this energy where we are. There are no limits. If you can think it, it can happen. Miracles are happening every day. If you are still alive, you're still here, you can heal 100%. Surrender and allow the process to do what it needs to do for you. And again, all healings are always up to your higher self, up to your soul. But you can ask, say, hey, I would like a big positive shift today. I would like to see a difference tomorrow morning in the way I'm feeling, in the way I'm moving, in the way I'm breathing. It is your intention that makes these shifts so much more powerful, quicker. As this energy continues to work on you, your loved ones, your pets, your home, we're going to start putting out a request, a beautiful intention, that this energy also includes all of Mother Earth and all the occupants, the animals, the plants, the humans, all these beautiful beings of light that are helping us. We'd like to send that love back to them. And we can almost imagine this beautiful collection of all of our light with these beings that are supporting us, just weaving through and surrounding this entire planet. And we can breathe in the love of God and anchor it into our bodies for our own personal healing, along with the planetary healing. And if any emotions are coming up or any pains, just breathe into them, asking the love of God to dissolve and transmute and heal. That you deserve and you're ready. You can imagine this energy weaving throughout all of Mother Earth, touching as many people as possible, bringing peace and calmness to all areas of this earth. This energy will stay healing for days to come. So although we are holding the light right now, we will continue to hold it. It continues to work. It continues to make a difference. waving of energy continues through your essence. Every cell of your body is getting exactly what it needs. Any blocks, any resistance, negative thought patterns are being dissolved, are no longer needed. We're anchoring in the love and the compassion of this universe. We're just basking in the love, allowing whatever needs to be done, just surrendering to the process. I give permission, I allow, I am ready. almost might feel like you're in this swirling energy of love. You're in a beautiful allowance state. Breathing in and out at your own pace. Everyone on the call, everyone going to hear the call is being placed in this beautiful bubble of liquid love. This bubble is just not for protection. It is an aggressive bubble of love. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you can tap into this bubble and send out love and light anywhere you are. You are being a lighthouse for those who can't at this time, holding your light for those who can't. Being in a state of unconditional love and patience. Most of all, including you in this healing, because you are a magnificent being of light. You're breathing in deeply, allowing that energy to hold into your core so you remember what this peace feels like. You can call upon it at any time of the day or night. This healing energy is going to be with you for the next few days. Drinking lots of water will help it do its job of toxins. Whatever else is no longer needed. Just anchoring in deep breaths. Allowing this feeling to really anchor. You remember it. You are loved. You are powerful. You are magnificent. You are healthy. You are deserving. You are compassionate. You are kind. You are important. You matter. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved. Now allowing a deep breath, anchoring that all in. I am love and I am loved. Taking another minute, start to bring you back. Now, if you wish to stay in this energy and you just want to stay asleep, just hang up and drift into that sleep time and allow the healing to continue. For those of you who would like to come out of meditation, you start to wiggle your toes and fingers, your shoulders and your legs, moving your neck. In about a minute or so, we're going to use a singing bowl, just fair warning. And what that does is it uses vibrational medicine just to help process and dissolve and transmute any dense energy that will eventually go, but why not get it away right away instead of waiting 5-10 minutes? It'll bring us back to a grounding feel, letting go of our dizziness, a floaty feel as we're coming back, coming back, coming back. And as we come back, there's this new sense of love that we have for ourselves. That we are important, we are loved, we're magnificent, we are powerful, we matter. Anchoring that in. Beautiful. Wow. Yeah, lots of buzzing going on there. I'm buzzing too, that's why I'm not talking, just going back. Very beautiful, very powerful. I'm going to slowly take down the music. There we go. I'm going to take out this singing bowl now. And again, sometimes the singing bowl doesn't sound perfect, but the intention works just the same. I just kind of make a few tweaks on my mic and on my thing here, and it should sound pretty okay. So you can just breathe through the singing bowl, just relax. Or at this point, you may just want to hang up and stay in your own zen. I love the bowl. There we go. Yeah, that was very powerful, and I did feel a lot of emotions leaving. My eyes were tearing up. Don't know exactly what that was. It was a collection, but it was beautiful. you know, and it's always, I always love doing these because I just feel like we're making such a difference in this world. And meditation in groups is so powerful. And I can just feel the love. I can meditate on my own. I can get in the state and send love to this planet. But when we do it together, it magnifies. So it's just a beautiful collection of energies for anyone joining live or anybody joining later, because they're included, because these beings of love know who will join these later. So it's beautiful. And you know, sometimes we feel like we're not doing enough, and really, you know, saying positive things, positive actions, smiles, anything that you can do to make your day or someone's other's day brighter, you're doing a lot. And that's really all that we need to do, is hold the light. It's that simple. Stay in balance, hold the light for those who are unbalanced, let's say. And that's what we're really doing. We're really working on ourselves to come to a place of balance. Because when we are balanced, psychologically balanced, everything falls into place. All right, everyone. Yeah, it's teary, right? Yeah, sometimes it's just that I feel really, actually, I still kind of feel very heavy. Like almost like I have hands on me. Like I feel like I got a bunch of hands still patting me. So I feel very, I don't know, surreal in a way. Beautiful. All right, so this energy is going to work on you for the next few days. So drink lots of water. You can simply just say, hey, keep working on me, I'm going to bed. Some of you might have very, like, does anyone sleep at night and think, I don't think I slept a wink because I was having the craziest dreams. And that's just the subconscious healing and doing what it needs to do to release and shift you to the next level of, you know, your journey. Any questions before we go? Just say, everyone feeling decent? I mean, we might be feeling a little spinny still. Drink water, stomp your feet, ask Mother Earth to ground you, because that was quite the session. I'm still buzzing myself. Generally, what I will do now is drink a lot of water, go outside and look at the stars, and, you know, talk a little bit, and then get to a good sleep. All right. If you have any questions, you can always email me or text me, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So we'll see you guys on the 27th. The replay will be up on YouTube. I just don't even edit. I just throw it up there. And if it calls you, re-listen. And if it doesn't, it's there just in case. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Sleep well. Drink lots of water and all that good stuff. You are loved. You're magnificent and powerful. Remember that, because it's true. Okay. Good night, everyone. And thank you for all the kind words, for anyone sending them directly and to everyone. All right. Good night. Sleep well.